Hello, wonderful students. You're welcome to class with Mr. Olukorede. I want to believe you guys are ready for today's class. Okay, so don't forget to get your writing materials ready, and don't forget to invite your friend. So I want to encourage everyone as you join the class, ensure you tap the like button. Okay, so today's class is going to be exciting. So we are going to continue from where we stopped the last time under mensuration. Don't forget we are actually treating plane shapes in mensuration. So we solved one or two problems in the last class. So if you are not in the last class and you are watching me now, you can get the video. Okay, so we are going to continue here today. So let's wait for others to join. So don't forget to share the links with your friends. So as you are joining, ensure you tap the like button, invite your friends. Make sure you say hi to the whole class. Thank you. You're welcome to class. Okay, Olorunfunmi, you're welcome to class. Mujisola Adiomi, you're welcome to class. Tarasimiraji, you're welcome to class. Okay, Progress, you're welcome to class. Yeah, Victor Adan, you're welcome to class. Okay, and sure, as you join the class, you say hi to the whole class and you ensure you tap the like button. So, and don't forget the new viewers here should try and click on subscription button so that you will be notified whenever I'm on here. All right, okay, let's start with the first question for today under plane shape. We have a rectangular garden measures 30 meters by 20 meters. A part of uniform width is built outside the garden. If the total area, the garden plus the part, is 936 meters square, find the width of the parts. Okay, so let's see what the question is talking about. So the question is saying that we have a rectangular garden that measures 30 meters by 20 meters. So can we describe that here? So we have it this way. Okay. All right. Can you see that? So the length is 30 meters while the breadth is 20 meters. Now look at what the question says. The question now go further that a part of uniform width is built outside the garden. So we have a part of uniform width built outside the garden. So we have it this way. Okay, do you get that now? So this is the part outside this dimension. Okay, so now the question now says that if the total area of the garden and the part is 936 meters square. So the question says find the width of the part. So now, what is the width? The width of the part is the distance between this end here and this. So now we can represent that with x. The same thing also applies to this now. This is also x. Okay, can we describe the new breadth now, including the parts? So now it's going to be, since you know that this is 20 And up here we have x, down here we have x. So the length here is going to be 20 meters plus 2x. Okay, 20 meters plus 2x. So we have the x here and the x at the top here. All right. So now let us see the length. So here is going to be 30 plus 2x. You get that now? So we have x here, and we also have the width here, which is x. So we have two of them. So that's plus 2x. All right. So now the question says that if the total area after adding the width, the total area of the garden and the path is 936. So that means the total area of this is this. These have a shape of rectangle, so I can simply write area equals to length times breadth. Now, the area has been given to be 936 equals to the length. The length is 30 plus 2x. And why the breadth is this? That is 20 plus 2x. All right. So now the next thing is to expand this. So let's expand. We have 936 equals to, so now this multiplies this and also multiplies this. So 30 times 20, that gives you 600. So now 30 times 2x, that gives you 60x. Now this 2x multiplies this and also multiplies the second one. So now 2x times 20, that gives you 40x. Now 2x times 2x, that gives you 4x squared. All right, so can we tidy up things here? Okay, so we have 4x squared, this, and look at this and this. You can join this and this together. This gives you 100. 60x plus 40x. So that gives you 100x. All right, plus 600. Now, when you transpose this to this side, that gives you negative 936 equals to 0. Okay, so we have 4x squared plus 100x. Now, negative 336 equals to 0. Can you see that now? Okay, so what's the next thing? Now, let's see, we can break this one down here. So let's try and break this down. So when you divide this by 4, you have x squared plus divide 100x by 4. So you have what? You have 25x. Now divide negative 336 by 4. So we have negative. Now 3 goes in 36. That is 8. It remains 1. So you put down 1 in front of 6. That's 16. So 4 goes in 16. All right. So that gives you 4. So we have this. Okay. So now we have an equation. So how do we solve this equation? This is a quadratic equation. So we need two numbers. All right. So we have x squared plus 25x minus 84 equals to 0. Okay, so I want us to do this together. Now, can you identify the sum and product? What is the sum? and what is the product. So I want you to do something. So what is the sum? What is the product? Can you drop that quickly in the comment section so we move forward? What is the sum? What is the product? All right. Is anybody dropping that? What is the sum and what is the product? Yes. I'm expecting good number of us to drop that. In the comment section, the sum. Okay, I can see Taiwo Adiola. Sum is 25. Why the product is what? Yes, I'm waiting for others. Drop your answer. What do you have for that? The sum, the product is 84. All right. Okay, good, good, good. I can see progress. Okay. All right. Also, I can see Victor. All right. Okay, Divine, what's your answer to that? What's your answer to that? Okay, so the sum, to identify the sum is very easy. That is the coefficient of x. So we have 25. And the product is the coefficient of x squared times the number independent of x. That is negative 84. You get that now? Okay, so now what do we need this for? We need two numbers such that when you multiply together, you have negative 84. And when you add the two numbers together, you have 25. So what are the two numbers? So can you drop that in the comment section? Yes. Okay. Now, if you do that correctly, we have plus 28 and negative 3. All right. So when you multiply 28 by negative 3, so you have negative 84, and the addition of these gives us positive 25. So this equation turns to x squared plus 28x. So it's going to be terms of x now, negative 3x, negative 84 equals to 0. Okay, so now let's find the GCD here. What's the GCD of these two numbers? So we have x. So we have x plus 28. What's the GCD of these two numbers? So we have negative 3. So that gives you x plus 28 equals to 0. Okay, I hope you know that when you divide this by negative 3, you have this. Divide negative 84 by negative 3, so you have plus 28. Okay, so now let's factor out x plus 28. X plus 28. So we are left with this 2x minus 3 equals to 0. So as you can see, we have two entities multiplying each other to have 0. So it's either x plus 28 is 0 or x minus 3 is 0. Okay, so now let's subtract 28 from both sides. We have x equals to negative 28, or we had 3 to both sides here. We have x equals to 3. Okay, so now what we are looking for is the width, which we represented with x, and that's what the question is asking for. So the width cannot be negative 28, because when you plug that into the expression we have, it's going to be a negative number. So you cannot measure a negative distance. So that means x cannot be negative 28. So the answer is going to be 3 centimeters. So therefore, we conclude that the weight is 3 meters. the width is 3 meters. So that's what we have as the answer. So I hope you understand that. So any question based on what I just explained now. So if you have any question, any observation, so please kindly drop that in the comment section. Let me see. Okay. All right. Do you have any question, any observation? So can we move on to the next thing? Okay, Shubham, you're welcome to class. Okay, so can we move on to the next thing? Okay, so I hope there is no problem. So if you have any question, you can drop that in the comment section so I can always check that later. So now let's move down to the next thing for today. Yes. All right, brilliant students. Okay, so can we look at the next question here? So the question says the ratio of the length to the breadth of a rectangle is 5:3. So if the perimeter is 64 centimeter, find the area. So how do we solve this? Okay, let's see, this is rectangular. Okay, so now here we have been given the ratio of the length to the breadth of a rectangular shape. So now, we have 5:3 to be equivalent to, now we have length to breadth, length to breadth. So we have the length, which we represented with L, to the breadth. So can you see that? The question says the ratio of the length to breadth, ratio of the length to breadth of a rectangular shape is 5:3. So that means this is for the length and this is for the breadth. So now this can be written as 5/3 equals to L over P. Do you get that now? So we can cross multiply. So when you cross multiply, you have 3L equals to 5B. And here you can say L equals to 5B over 3. Is that taken? So we now have expression for L, the length. So now let's take note of this. We can call this equation 1. All right. So in the question, we are given that the perimeter is 64 centimeter. Okay. So now What is the perimeter of a rectangular shape? So that is what? 2 times L plus B, where L is the length and B is the breadth. So we have perimeter equals to 2L plus B. So this is the formula for perimeter of a rectangle. So here now we have been given the perimeter to be 64. So this P turns to 64 equals to 2. What is L? L is 5B over 3 plus, now B is B. All right, so we have this. Now here you can divide both sides by 2. So when you divide this by 2, you have 32. And this will cancel out. So this one has gone. All right. So now, can we add this and this together? So when you add this and this together, you have 8B over 3. Because this can be written, B is the same thing as 3B over 3. Okay, so adding this and this together, since they have the same base, can add the numerator together. They have the same denominator, so add this together, you have 8B over that. So what do we do next? We multiply both sides by 3. So we multiply this by 3, 3 times 32 equals to, now that's 8B over 3 times 3. All right, so when you use this, we have 96. 96 equals to, now this we cancel this. We have 8B. So, and what is B here now? So B is now 86 over 8. So what is B? So B is going to be 12. 12 what? 12 centimeter, okay? All right, so that's going to be 12 centimeter. So the breadth is 12 centimeter. Can we get the length? Look at the expression for length on equation 1. So from 1, we have L to be equals to 5 over 3B. Now, so in place of B, we can plug in 12. So we have 12. Okay. So we have L equals to, now 3 goes here 1, 3 goes here is 4. We have 5 times 4. So therefore L equals to 20 centimeters. So now we now have the dimension of the rectangular shape. So we have length to be equals to 20 centimeter and the breadth to be equals to 12 centimeter. Okay, so what's the next thing to do? You have to find the area of this rectangular shape. So let's look for the area. So what's the question we ask ourselves? What is the formula for finding area of a rectangle? Area of a rectangle. So we have area equals to length times breadth. Okay, so area equals to, now the length is 20 centimeters. We have 20 times the breadth is 12. So we have 12. So therefore the answer now is going to be 240 centimeter square. So this is going to be the answer to the problem. All right, I hope you all understand that. So any question based on this, you are moving to the next thing. So if you have any question, any observation based on what we just did here, so please drop that in the comment section. All right. All right, okay. So if there's no question based on what we have done, so let's proceed to the next thing. The next question I have here. A rectangle is such that its diagonal is 13 centimeter and its width is 5 centimeter. Okay, so find Roman numeral 1, the length, 2, the perimeter, and the area. Okay, so that is the question. All right, so before I solve this question, I want you to try this. Let me just give you like a minute to attend to this question. Okay, a rectangle is such that its diagonal is 13 centimeter and its width is 5 centimeter. So find the length, the perimeter, and the area. So I want you to quickly do this. So once you have your answer, you can drop your answer in the comment section. All right, so if we have anyone watching me for the first time, you're just joining us, you're especially welcome. So please don't forget, before you leave, if you love what we are doing, ensure you tap the subscription button and don't forget to also tap the like button. All right, and I want to encourage everyone to share this video with your loved one, your classmates. Okay, all right, so is there anybody with the answer with the first one? So if you have your answer for the first one, just write Roman numeral 1 and write the answer. E.g., I have the first one, have maybe 10 centimeter, write it and drop your answer in the comment section. The second one, whatever you have, you drop that. Okay, so let's see those that have the answer before we solve it together. Okay, I think someone is asking how I got 8b. Okay, when you add the fractions together, you have 8b. Okay, so let me show you if you can hear me. I'm going to show you. So let me quickly record what we did there. Okay, so we have 5w over 3 plus w. So if you want to do this, you can decide to find the LCM. So what's the LCM of 3 and 1? That is 3. So 3 goes in 3 is 1. 1 times 5. That's 5w. So we have 5w plus 1 goes in 3. That is 3. Okay. 3 times w, we have 3w. Okay. Do you understand that? So you can add the numerator together. So you have what? 8w over 3. So that's how I arrive at my 8. Okay, I hope that is clear enough. All right, so if you have your answer, you can drop that in the comment section. So we move on to the next thing. All right, so is anybody with the answer? Anyone? So if you have the first answer, the length, you can drop your answer in the comment section. Okay, good. Ọlọ́run fún mi. Yes, you have your length to be 12 centimeter. Okay. All right, do we have any other person that have done that? Okay. Any other person? I only have one person with the answer. Okay, Eniola. Okay, I can see 12 centimeters for the length. All right, Shotayo. Okay, so as you're solving, you can drop your answer in the comment section. Okay, so drop your answer. Make sure you are doing something. Okay, fine. Learn for me, I've gotten the perimeter to be 34 centimeters. Okay, yes. Okay, Esther, I can see your answer. Mujisola, yes, I can see that. Fine. You are all doing fine. Okay, Eniola, yes, perimeter is 34. Okay, what of area? Okay, yes, area 60 centimeters square. All right, Olorun we have finished. So what of others? Okay, I can see Shutayo. P is 35 centimeters. So make sure you didn't follow the crowd. So drop your answer. So by the time we solve it now, you will see if what you have is correct. So you will always identify where you make mistake if you didn't get the correct answer. Okay. So now let us look at the problem together. Here, a rectangle is such that its diagonal is 13 centimeters. So, and its width is 5 centimeters. So, now can we sketch that? Let's sketch it. We have a diagonal of this form. Okay, the diagonal is given to be 13 centimeters. And the width is also the same thing as the breadth. So, it's given to be 5 centimeters. Okay, what of the length? Are we given? No, it's not given. That is what we are asked to find. All right, to do this, now don't forget, for any given rectangle, all the angles inside are right angle. So what we have here, they are all right angle. Okay, so that means I have a right angle triangle. This is a triangle here. So let me consider this right angle. Can you see that now? I call it ABC, triangle ABC. Can you see that? So these are the sides. We have the L and we also have 5 centimeters. So this is going to be the hypotenuse of that right angle triangle. So we are going to be making use of Pythagoras theorem. So we have L squared plus 5 squared equals to 13 squared. All right, so we have L squared plus 25 equals to 169. Okay, so we can subtract 25 from both sides. We have L squared equals to 169 minus 25. So L squared is 144. Okay, so L will be square root of 144. So L is 12 centimeters. That's very good. I think a good number of you have the correct answer. So that means you are doing fine. So put your hands together for yourself, okay, for getting the correct answer. So can we look at the second part of the problem? So you have to find the perimeter. All right, good. We already have the breadth, which is the same thing as your width. So now the width, which is the breadth, is 5 centimeters. That has been given in the question. So can we find the perimeter now? We have perimeter equals to 2 times L plus B. All right. So perimeter equals to 2 times, what is the length here? That is 12 plus the breadth, that is 5. Okay, so we have P equals to 2 times. Now when you add this together, what do you have? You have 17. Okay, so now 2 times 17 gives you what? 34. Okay, that's going to be centimeter. All right, so that is the perimeter. Okay, can we now move down to the last one, which is the area? Now, what's the formula for finding area of a rectangle? That is, area is length times breadth. So we have the length to be what? To be 12 times, now the breadth is what? 5. So what's going to be our answer now? That's going to be 60 centimeters square. So we have the answer to the problem. So I hope every one of us got that. Okay, so now if you miss it anywhere, so just take note of where you made a mistake. All right, so I want us to take this question on the triangle. Let's take this question on the triangle. The base of a triangle is 2x plus 1 centimeter, and the height is x minus 2 centimeter. Now, Roman numeral 1, if the area is 21 centimeters square, find x. And the second one, if the other two sides are x plus 3 and x plus 5, find the perimeter. All right, so that is the question. Yes, I want us to examine this question before I solve the problem. Does it look like what you can solve? All right, so look at it. If you have the answer to x, you can let me know. You drop that in the comment section. Okay, so let's look at the problem. So you can solve the problem before we hand the solution to that problem. So you compare with what you have. And the question says the base of a triangle is 2x plus 1 centimeter and the height is x minus 2 centimeters. So if the area is 21 centimeters square, find x. And the second one, if the other side, two sides are x plus 3 and x plus 5, find the perimeter. So how do we solve this problem? Now, in the question, we are given the base B to be equals to 2x plus 1 in centimeter. And also we are given the height h to be equals to what? X minus 2 in centimeter. So the question asks you that if the area is 21 centimeters square, that will find x. What should come to mind now is, what is the formula for finding area of a triangle since the area has been given? All right, so you don't need to think of perimeter because perimeter is not given in the question. All right, so now we have several formula for finding area of a triangle. So you look at the parameters given, so that will determine the formula to use. All right, so in this case the formula to use is half base times height. So that's what we're going to use. So we have area equals to half base times height, because the base has been given and the height has been given. So here you have 1 over 2 times base, that's 2x plus 1, and the height is what? X minus 2. Okay, but we have been given the area to be what? To be 21, so we have 21 here. We plug in that. So the first thing to do now is let us clear this fraction. We multiply both sides by 2. So we have 42 equals to, can we expand this one now? So now to expand, this term 2x, we multiply x, and we also multiply negative 2. Okay, can we do that now? So we have 2x times x, we have 2x squared. 2x times negative 2, we have negative 4x. All right, so what's the next thing? This one multiplies x and also negative 2. Do you get that now? All right, so 1 times x is going to be plus x. 1 times negative 2, that is negative 2. So we have 42 equals to, we have 2x squared minus 3x plus negative 4x plus x, that gives you negative 3x. So negative 2. So here we can rearrange to have 2x squared negative 3x negative 2 transpose this. So the sign changes to negative 42, and that gives you 0. So now you have 2x squared negative 3x negative 44 equals to 0. So what's the next thing to do? We need to identify the sum and product. So now what is going to be the sum? So can you drop that in the comment section? Let me see what you have for sum. What is sum? What is product? I want to believe every one of you should be able to do this now conveniently. So the sum, that's the coefficient of x. That's negative 3. So you have negative 3. I hope that is what you drop there. Okay. Why the product now is going to be the multiplication of 2 and negative 44. So that is negative 88. Okay. So you are giving me two numbers now. When multiplied together, you have negative 88. And when added together, you have negative 3. Okay, so what are the two numbers? Okay, so if you have the two numbers, can you quickly drop that in the comment section? So drop that in the comment section before I give you the answer to that. Okay, so are you doing that already? All right, so while you are doing that, if you are new on this channel, don't forget to tap the like button. Okay, so and you subscribe to this channel so that you'll be notified whenever I'm on here. All right, and don't forget, I've done a lot of videos on mensuration, so you can always go through them. All right, thank you very much. Okay, so now what did you draw? So you should have negative 11 and positive 3. Oh, is it 3 or 8? Okay, that's supposed to be 8. Okay, so positive 8. So now when you multiply this and this together, you have negative 88. So when you add together, what do you have? You have negative 3. Okay, so the two numbers are negative 11 and positive 8. So let's incorporate this into this equation. So what do we have? So now this turns to 2x squared negative 11x positive 8x negative 44 equals to 0. Okay, so that's what you have. So let's try and factorize the first pair. So what is the GCD? That's x. So we have x, we have 2x negative 11. So what's the GCD here? That is plus 4. Okay, so when you do that, you have 2x negative 11 equals to 0. Okay, so now let's continue with that. So if you continue, so you factor out 2x minus 11. So you have 2x minus 11. You are left with this and this. So we have x plus 4 equals to 0. So now you have 2x minus 11 equals to 0, or 4x plus 4 equals to 0. So that means when you add 11 to both sides, we have 2x equals to 11, or x equals to negative 4. Okay, so you can break this one down to x equals to 11 over 2. All right, so this is what the question wants you to get. Find, if the area is 21 centimeter, find x. So we have gotten values of x. All right. But then when you look at this value of x will not be valid. You know why? When you incorporate this into any of this, now it's going to give the side of, or the base of the rectangle a negative value, which is not valid, because when you input negative 4 here, we have negative 8 plus 1, and that's negative 7 for the base. That will not be correct. So that means x is not negative 4. So we are not going to accept this. So we have accept this one because this is positive. All right. So now let's move down to the third part. Now the question now says, if the other two sides are x plus 3 and x plus 5, find the perimeter. Now we have to find the perimeter. Now the sides of the triangle has been given. Two sides are this, and another side. Here's the another side, is it? Okay, no, this is side, which is the base. Do you understand now? This one is the height. So we have side 1, side 2, side 3. So to find the perimeter, we have to add the three sides together. Okay, so in this case, we write perimeter equals to A plus B plus C, side A plus side B plus side C. So perimeter equals to, what is A? The first side, that is 2x plus 1. What is the second side? Plus x plus 3. And what's the third side? Plus x plus 5. Okay, do you understand that? So I'm adding the three sides together. So when you do that, you have P equals to, now let's add this and this. We have 3x plus 1x, that is 4x. And let's add the numbers together. 1 plus 3, that is 4, plus 5, that is 9. Okay, so here we plug in the value of x here. So we have P equals to 4 times 11 over 2 plus 9. So we have P equals to, now 2 goes here 1, 2 goes here 2. So we have 22 plus 9, because 2 times 11 is 22. So we have P equals to 31 centimeter. Okay, so that's going to be the answer to the problem. So the perimeter of this triangle. All right, so I want to believe you have learned one or two things. Okay, so we also want to remind those of you that are joining us for the first time that what we do on this channel is mathematics. So if you love what we do here, please don't forget to subscribe and also click on the notification button. I want to greet every one of you. You are especially welcome to today's class. Make sure you keep solving. The more you solve, the better you become. So thank you very much. I love you guys. Bye-bye.